He thought that he had gone up there was because of the way the print was angled, like it was coming off the road up to the hill.
Yeah.
No.
Our prints. Yeah. You can definitely tell ours.
Well, we got something now. Hopefully, maybe we get some more later today. We'd really like to add to that. Now we should check their rock for maybe a hair sample or something. Is it possible he's pushing off?
There's nothing really to pull hair. Yeah. But, you know, it's possible they would lose hair all the time. It would be really hard to find one, though. Find hair. What you would like to do is look for hair in the bushes.
Kind of where he went up, right?
Yeah. Because, you know, the bushes would have more of a chance of pulling the hair off than just rock and gravel.
You know what? And like you said, he could be right up there right now, looking down on us.
Being in the wind for all we know.
Nothing on this bank.
Right, man. Fun begins. What's up?
Oh my God.
Did Mitch tell you? Did Mitch tell you about our Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Prints? Yeah?
You're Alex, right?
Yes, morning guys.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet
Finally
you.
opened up my eyes.
Red Sox fan right here.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Oh my God.
How was it?
Glad you guys could make it.
Yeah, if we didn't fall off the edge of the earth. This is nowhere close to Sedona like with the whole rest of the group thinks that we're going to. Yeah. Do you understand that? That there are like everybody who went to the meeting thinks we're going to Sedona.
Right.
And so now this is going to be a challenge for them to find this.
Well, we got a little plan going on here. So.
There's no Mogollon Monster in Sedona.
Got pictures of a fire.
Yeah.
Andy, what's up? Hey.
Okay.
Stevie, baby.
How are you?
Good.
Your Pepsi's in there.
Thank you, sir. I'm so in debt to you now.
Along with ice.
What time did you guys leave?
Hey, since I got my camera here, I would like to
Oh my
get
God.
everybody's
Last night,
names.
yeah.
Yeah, get introduce yourself.
I'm Murad.
All right, Murad,
I'm Russell.
You tell by the smile.
I'm Diane.
Diane,
Tyler.
Tyler,
Wally, founder.
Ollie, Steven,
Andy.
Andy.
Todd, Red Sox fan.
Alex is,
Alex is right over
he's one of my guys.
there.
Or I should say I'm one of his guys. We work together a lot. So,
Okay, so one of the things that's really interesting, we've been having last night, every night we've been hearing these little whistles, and that's what Mitch says that they're communicating. And we put out some game cameras out, and hopefully we haven't checked them yet, have you?
no, we haven't.
Okay, I haven't checked mine either. And we also, this morning, we're trying to call you guys, and we actually found what we believe are footprints up there, and we're going to show you guys. Yeah. We're
Scaling
going
up a hill that each of you couldn't do. I mean, without sliding all over and falling down. So.
yeah. So
amazing.
once we get a little situated, we're going to go back up there and look around the whole area, see if we can find where they started and where they ended.
Yeah.
Okay?
Shocker.
It's going to be good.
I think basically is they get intimidated. People don't want to stay here because they hear strange noises. And rocks come flying into camp. And sticks.
I had sticks and rocks hitting my truck last night. Right
Did
after I pulled up.
Yeah.
In fact, one
kind of animals are
There's bear, there's mountain lion, there's several varieties of cats, including the jaguar.
so we have, you know, the bears, the mountain lions, the cats that throw rocks.
Oh, no, I was just asking because just
You got
when
good
I
arms.
first pulled up, I heard a little shuffling up in there.
Yep.
I didn't know.
Yep.
Could have been an animal. So.
Could be. We have turkey in here too, and the turkey are very tame.
Got sights on you, Murad. It's
You
looking
know,
right at you right now.
in fact, they saw turkey yesterday.
Oh, we saw a whole bunch of them.
But that's
And-
tell them about what happened after the turkeys.
Yeah, just right after we spotted the turkeys and were getting ready to go, I was looking down, fiddling with my camera and stuff, and something moved across the road that was big and black. I really didn't see it, but it moved across the road so quick that by the time I looked up, I didn't get a real good look at it. Could it be a bear? Maybe, but it was big and it moved real quickly. So I took off and drove up there real fast and jumped out and tried to get a better look, but it was gone.
Yeah, we didn't know you could move that fast.
Yeah.
We looked up and I saw him get out of his car and just kind of run right into the bush. I was like, wow. So,
Yeah, so they're in here. They really are. Alex has seen them. I've seen them. My brother's seen them. Almost every researcher that comes in here and spends time with us gets a sighting sooner or later. So
let's go get a sighting.
we're going to try.
Go get one.
Okay, so let's want to get that camping gear and everything out of the way first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to set up around here? Or
You can take whatever spot you want.
where's that other?
Really intersect with UFO reports. You know, when we're out here doing Bigfoot, we come across the large cat sightings and stuff, and I've kind of made myself a little bit of an expert on that. But the big thing is how it seems to intermingle with UFOs and other reports. Basically, I don't know if you realize it, but you're not too far from the Travis Walton
Yeah, snowflake.
Fire in the Sky
Yeah.
location. And it's funny, that happened at Turkey Springs. And up on the rim proper, between No Lake and Bear Canyon Lake, is Turkey Springs. And that's also a big Bigfoot location. We got Broken Mirror Camp there. And it's one of the BFRO locations. And I've checked it out, but we do more work down here. But it's amazing, you know, the UFO and the Bigfoot connection. Well, I was talking to Travis. I talk to him every once in a while, and found out we had been getting reports from Black Canyon Lake, which is, it's not far away from the other lakes, but it's 20, 25 miles. Been getting a lot of reports from Black Canyon Lake. Got one report, went in there fishing one day just to talk to people, and I got 3 more reports that one day. And I continue to go back there. In the beginning of the year, I'll pop up there 1 or 2 times. And after talking to Travis, in Arizona, I don't know if Nevada's the same, there's more than one location with the same name. So his Turkey Springs wasn't the one up by Bear Canyon Lake, it's the one by Black Canyon Lake. And that's even closer to all these reports that I keep getting. So it was just kind of like light on my head when I'm talking to him, and he's like, well, yeah, but it's not up there, it's the Turkey Springs down here. And I'm like, oh, we're even getting more reports there. Now the big fire of a couple years ago, Rodeo Chajewski, took out that location, his location, so it's technically gone now, which is kind of a shame. I haven't got in there to see, you know, if it's come back or not. A lot of the burn locations are, but the Travis Walton Fire in the Sky location was completely
Burned out.
so it's kind of sad. But we have another person in our forum and group that talks about Bigfoot sightings in that very same location too, and his childhood home was up there, and it's also burnt out now. But he goes up there every once in a while, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
And just 2-3 weeks ago, he had a report from his brother again,
Yeah.
and from that same area. And again, it's right in the Fire in the Sky UFO area. No, it wasn't the last time up here. It was probably one of our first time up here this spring. We talked to another researcher who's one of the people we regret bringing up here.
Oh,
So don't make us feel that way. No, just kidding. And we talked to her right here. She was in the first campsite. We were in the last one, and she came up and visited us, and she told us about a recent trip where she saw some silver discs in broad daylight popping around one of the mountain peaks here, but she had seen them for like 20 minutes. So we thought that was really neat. We had spent a night up here, 2 nights, with a camera crew, and we were going to place some cameras in our secret location, Mitch's secret locations, and we didn't want to do them because she was here. So we left a day early. And on the way home, coming through Miami Globe Superior, we saw a silver disc
Yes.
pop between 2 peaks. And it was the weirdest thing. He was driving, I was in his truck with him, and right in front of us, you couldn't help but miss it, you know what I mean? The road's winding and turning, but at this point it was looking right at these 2 peaks, and from one to the other went a silver disc. And we just looked at each other and said, that kind of looks like what Mary was describing, you know? And so we did that. We looked at that, and about 15 minutes later, I don't know if you guys have seen our missile launch footage.
no, not yet.
Okay, I think I brought it, but if not, Mitch probably has it. But about 10, 15 minutes after that sighting of the 2 discs, we saw what first looked like a dust devil coming up in the desert, you know? And then we saw a white plume come out of the dirt part, and it turned out it was a missile launch. It's one of the things Mitch is somewhat of an expert on. So we pulled over. We both got out filming with our HD cameras the missile launch. Went right up through the sky, through the sun, and when I turned over here, we couldn't see it at the time, but a silver disc type thing goes right across the missile contrail. Kind of meets with the missile too. Doesn't look like it was hitting it. Looks like maybe it was just kind of observing it. You know, it doesn't seem, the missile doesn't seem to do anything. There's no explosion. And that was one of the neatest experiences we had. You know, we both caught it on video. So we put it on YouTube. The next day someone enhanced it with a purple filter, and you could see the missile plain as day and the whatever crosses its path. I don't think they'd have the missile shooting down something over a populated area, you know. It might have been going off to White Sands to be shot down or to shoot down another missile, or it could have been a real missile heading somewhere else. But they certainly wouldn't have an intercept over, you know, the launch area was a very populated area anyways. We're surprised that they launched from such an area, but they certainly wouldn't have an intercept in that area. And official launches, they're going to close down the airspace for a certain number of miles, which certainly appeared that day that they did. There was no planes. So, and later, we work with a couple of news channels pretty regularly. So we had just been coming from working with the Fox channel. We called them, and the news channels, they don't really want to, they probably don't even want a repeat article on us. They want different people, new stuff. So Channel 10, Fox 10, didn't want to touch the missile story because they wanted to produce the Bigfoot story a week later, and they really wouldn't be able to use us in the missile story. I mean, in the Bigfoot story, if they put us on the week before in a missile story. So they didn't touch it. At least that's the reason they say. And Channel 5, who we've worked with in the past, they sent someone right out. Heather Moore, who's their big reporter, newscaster. And they're really good. They'll